Hey everyone, I should have made a video long before, but I'm just about to sell the vehicle and I couldn't sell it without making a video of how amazing this vehicle is. And I'll go in details when I bring my other car. So I just wanted to show around these amazing 22-inch wheels. It's an 07 S550, and one of the things that amazed me is that I think it could be standard, but let's have closed doors. I always thought the Infiniti FX had the most amount of features for the 04-03 year, but it could be true, and I'll go in details when I have more time. But I always believed that the Lexus LS430, 04, and FX, because they had adaptive cruise control, and I always thought those were truly amazing back in 03. But I never really paid attention to the S550, maybe because I was just ignoring it, and they're just a lot more expensive to maintain. But I came across this and I couldn't let it go. The color really sets it apart from all of those that I have seen in the past: gray, white, silver, black maybe. But I wish it had that brown interior, but I can't really complain. There's no imperfections to the interior or the paint, and it's just stunning to see an 07 car that was maintained. I'm gonna end this and I'll explain when I bring my other car. Oh wait, I forgot to show the interior. Like, look at the carpet. The car is defined by the paint and the interior, but when we overlook something, it's the carpet. Like, imagine having a rug and putting a cover on there, or not cleaning it at the house. How would it look? So this carpet, I cannot believe that this is an 07 carpet, and I kept it clean as much as I could. Stunning to see the seats, no wrinkles, rips, or anything like that. And just a stunning car. Oh, most common defect on those headrests, or armrests I mean, they get a bubbly and separated, so it looks really ugly. Shocking to see. This is the only one that I saw that didn't have it, and I bought it. And this is the other car. I wish I had the time to film them together, but it is what it is. So the 06 SLK55 AMG. They are so different, and yet they are built around the same time. This is an 06 and the S550 was an 07. It's shocking to see how luxurious that is and how rough this is. I mean, obviously it's a convertible and it's a sports car, so it has to be. For me, this design is a lot better than the previous one and the one that came after. This looks muscular, like it's like a little bull and it's ready to fight. The convertible top wasn't working, so I had to fix that. Other than that, it's like any other convertible. When the top is down, it's actually better to drive than the top up because of the noise and harshness from the top and doors. So when the windows go down and top is down, it's not as bumpy and harsh. It's funny how people will pick on, oh, it doesn't have the air scarf. It was an option for $900, so a lot of people didn't spec it. And I was like, is that a gimmick? Am I gonna really need an air scarf? And yesterday, for the first time, I was driving it with the top down around sunset time, and I do see why someone will spec that. The air does hit the neck. So what an awesome feature. And that's a Mercedes thing. It does have a aftermarket head unit, backup camera, and Apple Play and touchscreen, Bluetooth music and calling. I don't like the look of it, but I like the function of it. So I don't know, it's difficult to say if I would prefer this or that. But what a stunning car. The transmission, shockingly, it's so smooth. I don't have to be in manual or sport. I can be in regular mode, comfort mode, and I can shift well over $2,000 anytime I want. And it's so seamless. I have never had a paddle shift car that had a regular automatic that I wanted to shift with paddles. In this case, there are little buttons, but it's so smooth. Now that is smooth when I'm driving relatively at low speed and I'm not pushing the motor. When the RPM rise at 4,000 or plus and I'm really pressing on the accelerator, that is when the transmission feels a little slow, and it's like I can feel the shifts. And don't even talk about the downshift because they are horrendous. Like, it feels like I push the paddle and then it waits. Feels like the car is waiting and then it downshifts. It's just awful. So I don't downshift on the car. I mean, I really don't need to downshift because it's an automatic, but I'll compare it with the Grand Sport I have. This is a lot better to daily drive, but it's not a better car. I mean, it's hard to argue. Both are phenomenal in catching attention of how they are and what they are and how much they are worth. But going back to the S-Class, what an amazing car that was. It is a two perfect car garage. An SL, even an SL could work, or this, and have a luxury. So it's that for luxury, this for sport. It does sporty very well, like just minor enhancements to bring it into 2024 would be awesome. Maybe slightly wider tires, brakes, suspension tweaks. Doesn't need to be lowered. Maybe a little enhancement to the motor so it can be more eager. Maybe a decat. I wouldn't change the exhaust, but just a resonator or any of those things to just make it a little bit more violent. It does need a little bit more of the drama when it's upshifting, and it's beautiful to upshift. I almost forgot to put the top down and record it. So it's got a little wind reflector. I'm not sure about the material they use. I'm okay with the suede inserts here. That looks classy. And this two-tone does make it more special and a little more attractive. They all do suffer from this little panel not gluing to the surface. The window switches look nice. Sound system is okay. But it's this material right here that you guys see, and the dash. It's not leather, and it's definitely soft touch, but it's really hard to clean. Like, I cannot make it shine and dirt free. Like, it's still, like, the seats right here, I know it's kind of dark, but the seats, they're clean, but they still have like dirt, like dirty marks and stuff. Like, the seats are dirty, and I don't want to go overboard and apply something harsh to where to damage something. So I left it as it was. but I mean, it looks stunning. Let's go back to 06. I mean, it's really common now to have the side mirrors light up, to have a lighting that does a show and stuff. But going to 06, I'm going to lock the car. And I really find it awesome if the auto headlights are on. If the auto headlights are on and I lock the car, now it only does that obviously at night because it can recognize it's night. And once I unlock it, the fog lights light up, the tail lights light up, and approach lighting. I find that awesome, and I can only imagine how it was in 06. It's just a little thing that I really adore. When I unlock it, the fog lights light up, and then when I open the door, they turn off. I almost forgot to mention, like right here, these air vents that you guys see, this emblem Mercedes, this hood bulge going, it is so identical to the SLR McLaren. Like, in some ways, it could be said. I mean, we can't say that about the previous generation or the generation after that, but this feels, and it looks, I mean, I can't say feel, but it does look like a mini SLR. And considering how rare and how expensive they are, what an awesome feature, or not feature, but bragging right to have, I guess. Recommendation on the S-Class, I'd say if someone can find a 07 to 2012 S550, must have the cool seats and massaging seats if possible, and they also had that in the rear. So that for luxury and this for a weekend, best combo. Again, I wish I could have filmed them together, but just couldn't. What else? So final thoughts, I would say highly recommend getting one of these. The compliments, the drive, for the price. We can all say it's a nice car, but it could be a $300,000-$400,000 Ferrari. But this, for they could be had for under 15 grand, or 15 or over, or 20 grand if the mileage is really low. I would shock everyone if I tell you guys how much I got it for, but reach out to me on my channel on Instagram, Fast Experience Cars, and I will probably tell you how much I got this and how much I got the S-Class. Well, thanks for watching. Ciao.